Alright, solve the following rational equations. Check the solutions in the original problem. Alright, so we have 3 plus 18 over x plus 2 by x plus 5 is equal to 12 over x plus 2. Let's first note any excluded values, looking at the denominators. Let's see, we have x plus 2 is equal to 0. And, well, really, we have x plus 2 times x plus 5. We have to set that whole denominator equal to 0. X plus 2 by x plus 5 equals 0. Using the zero product property, x plus 2 equals 0, or x plus 5 equals 0, which tells us x is negative 2 and x is negative 5. Now, notice we also have another factor of x plus 2, but it tells us the same information. So we're not going to worry about setting that equal to 0 again, but let's note that x cannot equal negative 2 and x cannot equal negative 5. Right, looking at our denominators, we see two distinct factors, and so our LCD is just going to be the product of those factors, x plus 2 by x plus 5. Alright, so let's multiply both sides of the equation by that LCD. Alright, so I'll multiply the left by x plus 2 by x plus 5, and the right by the same thing. Alright, so we have x plus 2 times x plus 5 times 3 plus x plus 2 times x plus 5 times 18 over x plus 2 by x plus 5 is equal to 12 over x plus 2 times x plus 2 by x plus 5. Now, on the left-hand side, nothing reduces out. So I have x plus 2 times x plus 5 times 3. Now if we go through all the multiplication there, let's see, x plus 2 times x plus 5 is x squared plus 7x plus 10, and then I'm multiplying that by 3. So I'll have 3x squared plus 21x plus 30. Just applying the distributive property. Now, in the second term, notice the x plus 2's reduce out, the x plus 5's reduce out, and so I just have remaining plus 18. On the right-hand side of the equation, the x plus 2's reduce out, leaving 12 times x plus 5, and applying the distributive property, that's 12x plus 60. Alright, so I see that this is a quadratic equation in x. So let me get one side to 0. I'll subtract 12x from both sides. And I'll subtract 60 from both sides. I should have simplified the left-hand side further first. So let me do that. That's 3x squared plus 21x plus 48 is equal to 12x plus 60. Now I will subtract 12x and subtract 60. Yielding 3x squared plus 9x minus 12 is 0. So I've got this quadratic equation. It's in the standard form, and now I'll start factoring. The trinomial is 3 times x squared plus 3x minus 4, and that factors further. It's 3 times x plus 4 by x minus 1. So 3 equals 0, x plus 4 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0. Now 3 is never equal to 0, but x plus 4 equals 0 if x equals negative 4, x minus 1 equals 0 if x equals 1. Let's check that against are excluded values, and none of them match up. Okay, so let's go ahead and check our work by substituting back into the original equation. 3, so substituting x equals -4. 3 plus 18 over -4 plus 2 by -4 plus 5. Is this equal to 12 over -4 plus 2? So that's 3 plus 18 over -2 times 1. That's 3 plus 18 over -1. That's 3 plus -18, which is -15. Right-hand side. Oh. No, sorry about that. I made an error. That's 18 over -2 times 1 is -2. So that's 3 plus -9, which is -6. On the right-hand side, we have 12 over -2, which is -6. So that checks out. All right, so we're confident about our first solution. Let me erase some of this, and let's check again for +1. So we'd have 3 plus 18 over 1 plus 3 times 1 plus 2 by 1 plus 5 is equal to 12 over 1 plus 2. So that's 3 plus 18 over 3 times 6. And so that's 3 plus 18 over 18. That's 3 plus 1, which is 4. And on the right-hand side, that's 12 over 3, which is also 4. So that checks out. And so both of our solutions are indeed solutions of the equation. All right, example B. We have 5 over n minus 4 plus n over n minus 6 is equal to 60 over n squared minus 10n plus 24. Let's see what we need to exclude. Well, and also, let's go ahead and factor that second denominator actually first. N squared minus 10n plus 24 factors as n minus 4 by n minus 6. So notice we have the same factors. And so let's see what we need to exclude. Can n minus 4 equals 0 if n equals 4. N minus 6 equals 0 if n equals 6. And notice we have the same two factors on the right-hand side, so we don't get any new information. So let's note that n cannot equal 4. N cannot equal 6. And since we only see those two distinct factors, our LCD is n minus 4 by n minus 6. And so I'll multiply both sides of the equation by that LCD. All right, so let's do that, multiplying the left-hand side by n minus 4 by n minus 6, and the right-hand side by n minus 4 by n minus 6. All right, so that gives me n minus 4 by n minus 6 times 5 over n minus 4 plus n minus 4 by n minus 6 times n over n minus 6 is equal to 60 over n minus 4 by n minus 6 times n minus 4 by n minus 6. All right, so what do we get here? On the left-hand side, the first term, the n minus 4's reduce out, leaving n minus 6 times 5, so that's just 5 by n minus 6, plus, in the second term, the n minus 6's reduce out, leaving n times n minus 4. On the right-hand side, the n minus 4's reduce and the n minus 6's reduce, leaving just 60. All right, so let's simplify this left-hand side. We have 5n minus 30 plus n squared minus 4n is 60. So it looks like a quadratic equation in n. Let's see, I'd have n squared plus n minus 30 is equal to 60. So yes, it is quadratic. Let me get the one side to 0 by subtracting 60. So I've got n squared plus n minus 90 is 0. Using our factoring techniques, n squared plus n minus 90 factors as n minus 9 by n plus 10. So setting each factor to 0, n minus 9 is 0 if n equals 9. N plus 10 equals 0 if n equals negative 10. Alright, so we've got two possible solutions. We do a quick check and make sure that they're neither of our excluded values, and we're okay on that. Alright, so now let's do a formal check into the original equation. So first with n equals 9. 5 over 9 minus 4 plus 9 over 9 minus 6. Is that equal to 60 over 9 squared minus 10 by 9 plus 24? All right, always want to go back to the original equation. All right, so that would give me on the left-hand side 5 over 5 plus 9 over 3, and so that's 1 plus 3, which is 4. On the right-hand side, I have 60 over, let's see, that's 81 minus 90 plus 24. So that's 60 over, let's see, 81 minus 90 is negative 9, and negative 9 plus 24 is 15, and 60 over 15 is 4. So n equals 9. Checks. All right, and so now let's go back and substitute negative 10. All right, so 5 over negative 10 minus 4 plus negative 10 over negative 10 minus 6 is equal to 60 over negative 10 squared minus 10 by negative 10 plus 24. All right, left-hand side would be 5 over negative 14 plus negative 10 over negative 16. So let's see, that's negative 5/14 plus, I can reduce that, negative over negative is positive, and 10 over 16 is the same as 5 over 8. All right, so this isn't any fun, but we can find a common denominator on the left. And let's see, the common denominator for 14 and 8 would be 56. So let me multiply by a factor of 4 on the first fraction and 7 on the second fraction. And so that's what, negative 20 over 56 plus 35 over 56, which is 15 over 56. Now on the right-hand side, we have 60 over negative 100, I'm sorry, negative 10 squared is positive 100, so we have 100 plus, negative 10 times negative 10 is plus 100, plus 24. So that's 60 over 224. All right, and we're hoping that this is the same, so notice that 60 is 4 times 15, and 224 is in fact 4 times 56, and if we remove the common factor of 4, we do get 15 over 56, so n equals negative 10 checks as a solution, and so we do have two solutions of the equation, n equals 9 and n equals negative 10.